Longest sentence, 25 to 40 years. Masked, armed robbery, weapons, body armor. Take the prisoner away.
Here I sit, the Walpole prison. What happened? How'd I get here? Whew, good Lord, it smells like piss up in here everywhere. Here I'm sitting on a steel slab covered by a foam mattress, one sheet, one pillowcase, one blanket. And they told me this had to last me all year. Can you imagine that? Yeah. Wow. Well, I guess, I heard him mention that the heat comes on November 1st, so I guess that makes me lucky, because this is early January. Yes, January 5th, 1976. Masked armed robbery. Oh, sawed-off shotgun, machine guns, body armor. One crime, 3 strikes and you're out. This time it's me, and I'm all the way out. I'm in 9 block. That's the newbies block. Yeah. And I'm sitting on my bunk, and I glance over, and there's a book. What kind of book it was, I don't know. So I pick it up and open it up, and what page, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? But I know when I did open it up, it read, the same things that caused one man to commit suicide will cause another man to redouble his efforts and succeed. Oh, it went through me like a lightning bolt. I mean, it shivered my spine. You got to understand, my co-defendant had committed suicide while we was awaiting trial for this case. I mean, it was so profound, I didn't know. I just laid my head back on the wall and just let my mind begin to wander wherever it wanted to go. Whew. You see, it was a warm Saturday morning. I mean, and me and my mother had just returned from shopping at the neighborhood Stop and Shop. And we kept our groceries in my red wing wagon. You know those wagons that got the big rubber wheels that they outlast the wagon by a long term? Yes. And so that's what we kept our groceries in. And it was a happy time. It was a good time in life. Because you got to understand, like Ed Brooke had just been elected the first black senator in Massachusetts. And it seemed like everybody in the community was happy. The people in the store was happy. The neighbors was happy. My mother was happy, which made me happy. I'm telling you, it was just a good time in life, you see. And this particular day, my mother looks at me and she says, Ernest? Now, you have to understand, nobody ever called me Ernest like my mother, because everybody got Ernie. Keep my brothers and sisters, my uncles and aunts, my coaches and teachers, everybody called me Ernie. But my mother, she never once called me Ernie. It was always, Ernest, what do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, I couldn't wait to blurt out, I want to be the first black president. Oh, and the broad smile that she gave me and the brightness in her eyes, I'm going to tell you now, nothing could have told me that day. Nothing could have made me believe that I wasn't going to be the very first black president of the United States of America. Oh, it was a happy time. It was a good time, and I was enjoying it. But oh, what a difference a day makes. A few years later, I might have been 13 or 14, and it was another warm, sunny Saturday morning. And I was waiting to go outside to play me some baseball. I mean, I was really, really, really good at baseball. I could play that. Team sports was my thing. I really loved it because it taught me a whole lot. It taught me how to get along with people, and it taught me how to listen, and that helped me in school. I mean, because I was a B, C plus type student. And believe me, there wasn't really 2 C pluses because Mama really wasn't having that. Let me tell you that now, So anyways, to get back to what I was talking about, I was waiting to go outside to play me some baseball. So I figured I'd go find me something to read till it's time for me to go out. You see what I'm saying? So I figured, preferably a Jet magazine, right? Because back in the day, everybody had a Jet magazine in their house in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? We kept our Jet magazines in the kitchen, in the junk drawer. So I figured, let me go get one. Wait a minute. Now, let me tell you something else about Jet Magazine. Jet Magazine always had a beautiful model right in the centerfold in a bikini. So now everybody needed to know why. This is why I preferred to get me a Jet Magazine to read before I went out to play me some ball. So I goes in the kitchen, okay, to this junk drawer I was telling you about. Now, the junk drawer is special because you got to have a certain thing in the junk drawer. You got to have a hammer. You got to have some pliers or a wrench. You got to have a screwdriver, some scissors, that's right, and some tape. Then everything else goes there. That's why they call it the junk drawer. That's where we kept our Jet magazines. So I go in the kitchen, look through the drawer, and there it is. Got me a Jet magazine. Bam! Straight to the centerfold, and you know it, right? That's when I saw it. There was no model. I threw up all over the floor, all over my sneakers, all over everything. Oh my God! I was looking into the open casket funeral of Emmett Till. Oh, it filled me with fear, hurt, and anger that I carry with me till this very, very day. Do you know it's a terrible, terrible thing what fear, hurt, and anger can do to a young and impressionable mind? I tell you, I went from that A, B, C plus student I'm telling you about to a C, C minus D student seemingly like overnight. Acting out became my focus of my fears. Acting out became the focus of my helplessness. Acting out became the focus of my inferiority complex, which was the color of my skin. Oh, anger just filled me and folded me. It became the very essence of my entire being. Yes, it did. Yeah. So now, here I sit. I made it to the big house instead of the White House. Walpole Prison. Oh, damn. Ernest, take your head out your hands and think, boy. Ernest, turn on your light bulb.
The same thing that causes one man to commit suicide will cause another man to redouble his effort and succeed.
The same thing that will cause one man to commit suicide will cause another man to redouble his efforts and succeed.
The same thing that causes one man to commit suicide will cause another man to redouble his efforts to succeed.